So, how Reiki helps us to be calm when things are not according to us or a situation is not favoring us? How Reiki helps us?
See, many times, you know, you want something, and it does not mean that, everything will happen according to what you want or what you desire. huh? Sometimes,
Right.
sometimes things can go other way. You have certain expectation, but that does not get met. It can be expectation uh, for someone also, or it might be like, you are working towards some goal, but that is not reached, or it taking longer time. Things like that
Mm,
happen. So we have to be ready, and we should not think that, always everything will be according to our wish.
mm,
Sometimes things can go in other way also. It may be temporary. So we have to keep our spirits high all the time. How Reiki can help? See,
mm.
there is something called spiritual quotient. Spiritual
Okay.
quotient means how spiritual you are, how balanced you are, how how much equanimity you have in how much mindful you are of your
Mm,
actions, thoughts, feelings, emotions. So
mm,
the spiritual quotient, if the person's spiritual quotient is high, that person will be calm, peaceful, and balanced most of the time. He will not be disturbed by something, if he wanted to do something and did not happen, uh, he will not be upset or depressed. Sometimes people get upset. uh, they are watching a match, cricket match between India and some other country, and India loses, they become depressed, or they feel sad because they wanted India to win and it did not happen. Or they are working towards a goal. Maybe they are in some competition and they did not win the competition, right? uh,
yes.
so such things can happen. Always you will win in everything, it will not happen. Sometimes children also, they demand certain things from parents. Many times parents give the things, but sometimes maybe it is not possible, maybe it is not good for the child. The parents might say, no, you will not get this. Now in that situation, the person should not be upset, angry. The anger comes when you want something, you have some intention and your intention is thwarted, so you get angry.
So,
But
how Reiki helps in that situation?
yeah, when Reiki practitioners are spiritually more balanced, right? So they are calm. So
Mm,
Reiki helps you balance your emotions. You will not become angry, because one of the Reiki principle is uh, the Reiki
mm,
principles we repeat is, today I will not be angry, today I will not worry, I will be grateful, I will be kind, I will be helpful to people, I will do my work honestly. So a Reiki practitioner understands this. The Reiki practitioner uh, will, balance this. And the Reiki practitioners are able to do this because their chakras are balanced, they are calm, they deal with situations uh, in a more optimistic way. They are practicing meditation also.
so let's take an example of a person. Suppose a person is working in a company and the salary is about to come, but it has been delayed for next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yes.
He has got this news. So how the person can be calm when the person knows that because of him the house expenses are going on, or the person has to invest somewhere and the money is stuck. How that person should be calm if the person is not a Reiki practitioner? How? What are the ways the person can follow?
See, this is a hypothetical situation, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I would say that such situations, ups and downs, keep happening in life, right? So the ideal thing is that somebody, it's not just Reiki. Everybody should develop their spiritual quotient. It can be through meditation, it can be through yoga, it can be through chanting, it can be through uh, la-
Spirit.
through japa, it can be through any different variety of things.
Hmm.
Some kind of spiritual strength is always required because life is full of ups and downs, unpredictable things keep happening, unexpected things keep happening. So spirituality helps you deal with every such situation. So you have to work on all the quotients like intelligence quotient, which is called IQ. You have to keep
Hmm.
working on that also. Emotional quotient also, it has to be worked on.
Hmm.
Also, spiritual quotient, you have to work on the spiritual quotient also. So you have to keep improving in every area of life. So a person who does not know Reiki can do something else, but it has to be something, it can be as simple as going to the temple and just sitting there. There, he will find a solution. Now, what to do?
Hmm. Right.
It can be uh, emotional quotient. That solution can be talk to a friend, talk to a colleague, because if you have not got a salary, you have a colleague also who has not got the salary. Talk to that person, share
But
your
people
difficulties.
always cause some or the other negative energy to come. That's why it's something which most people don't prefer. Like talking to people, it's really difficult to same kind of the person, like the
But
colleague
every
talking to friend or something.
Yeah, but every person should have at least one or two people with whom you can share your heart. Just by share,
Hmm.
just by sharing, things become easy. Many times, by sharing, people sharing with the right person can open
Hmm.
up something. Sharing,
Hmm.
sharing things with people who can help, uh, can can bring a solution to their problem also. So what happens is in early, like mm, before the advent of television and Netflix and mobile and everything, people
Hmm.
were sharing more. They were more happier. The depression levels were less, stress levels were less because a simple living, high thinking. This was the philosophy, and that was the way of life. Now we have lots of means of communication. If you want to communicate, we have the mobile phone, we have WhatsApp, we have like so
The
many
media
things,
habits.
but we are communicating less. We have to communicate more, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, Now, if you want to communicate, there is nobody to stop you. Today, we can speak to anyone in any part of the world in an instant. We can do video call. Earlier, all these things were not there. So, people, it is very important. We are social beings. Man is a social animal. You cannot live in isolation. You cannot live in a cave.
Hmm.
Today, there are no caves, but people live in their rooms. They don't come out of their room and talk to a family member also. There are people like that also.
This
So,
has happened a lot during lockdown COVID because it was like necessary to be
but
isolated so that the other person does not get
it is not
affected by
only
the.
during lockdown. There are people, they are in their mobile. If I have seen that many times, there are guests at home. The guest is also watching the mobile. The host is also watching the mobile. They are not talking to each other. Like even such situations are happening. So we have to understand that there is a limit to how much time we spend in solitude. There
Hmm.
is, you need your personal space also. Yes, sometimes you need, but then there are times when you need to go out and meet and talk to people, socialize. That is the key of happiness. There are cities like There are parts of the world where people live a long life. If you see them,
Japan.
like Okinawa in Japan, right? Those
Mm.
people are very social. They meet people, they go and exercise with people, they talk with people, they have lunch together, they have dinner together. You know, sharing happens during the dinner and lunch and all these occasions. So, and that makes a person happy. Happiness
So we
in
can conclude that mobiles or electronic devices are somewhere a cause of our depression or loneliness because we feel that they are enough for our survival emotionally or mentally, but they are not. We need
everything
humans to
has to be
interact.
done with balance. Everything should be done in a balanced way. So
Mm.
anything which goes out of balance will create problem. So these tools are making our life better. Mobiles, laptops, and uh, all these other devices and facilities we have right now can make our life meaningful also. But we have to uh, use our wisdom to do
Mm.
everything balanced way. That is the key of happiness.
So I want to ask one more question that we are talking about depression, loneliness. So which chakra is related to that depression and loneliness? So that a person, if the person is not into Reiki, so can at least chant the Beej mantra at least for starting.
So more, it's not like the only one chakra will be affected. There may be more than one chakra affected. It may be crown, third eye, and there may be some other chakras also affected. We cannot say one thing for everyone, right? So everything has to be
Generally,
specific.
generally, like if we have some digestion issues, so we connect it with our solar plexus
You
chakra.
cannot generalize it. If the person has not learned Reiki, then he should approach a Reiki practitioner or Reiki teacher and like go for a healing session. And then, according to their advice, they can do the further practice or further sessions, or they can learn Reiki, or they can learn some other healing method, which is a natural healing method, or they can take advice of the doctor also. Um, so there is no specific one thing for everyone, right? We cannot say like, okay, if you have this thing, then this chakra is only imbalanced. We have to check it from a case to case basis.
All right. So